What's up, Power People? So today I basically went from sitting on my back porch, watching the wind, little as there was, the clouds and everything, and thinking about flying. And basically I went from there in a half hour to here, out at Don's Field, launching. I was out of three from his field, I was the second person out. I was coming around and waiting for Don to get off the ground, and there he goes. He's off, ladies and gents. So we're headed over to the compound to see what's going on there. Heard a lot of ruckus and everything. Heard that there were an abundance of, off-road vehicles out there. So got to go check it out, of course. We do a quick pass on, I believe it's Sean and Shane that were out here. And they're getting ready to launch as well. Brian's out there somewhere ahead of us. But today is basically going to be chase cam only. And I'm using my PPGSmoke chase cam. Haven't used it for a while and didn't use it that much when I initially got it. But this thing works awesome. And give a shout out to PPGSmoke and to paraglidingtalk.com at paraglidingtalk.com. But as you can see out here, there's tons of people out here. The report I'd gotten was that there's at least a couple hundred people out here riding dirt bikes, quads, any kind of off-road vehicle you can imagine. And certainly are a lot of folks out here, folks wheeling up and down and just every which way. There's cars, motorcycles, people just, onlookers, etc. And hey, who doesn't love an audience? So they're showing their stuff, and we're showing our stuff. At this point, I'm not sure if it's visible, but off in the distance over there, there's a little puff of smoke. And I remember a while back, this guy knew, he goes, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And so I'm headed out to see if there is indeed fire out there. But before I get there, I decided to make a loop around, and of course, crossing a canal like this, what better to do than to fly down it? So, of course, I took that opportunity and check out the people at low level, let them check me out, doing my thing, them doing their things. Yeah, it was an awesome afternoon, and not to mention the sunset was beautiful. The winds were almost non-existent. The sky was butter smooth. It was awesome. This is where the smoke was seen at. And I don't see smoke, but I see like asphalt crop circles, I guess. Those guys gave me the hang loose sign. So I come back around to take another look after I look back and I realize there's smoke again. So here it is. And the cause of the smoke, well, in this case, there's smoke but no fire. This guy off to my right was doing burnouts in the intersection, and I mean, he was on it. On my head cam, I'd caught him basically just ripping it pretty decent. And it was really cool to see. These folks, they were hanging out here, and this is my second pass over. The first pass, they were all hooting and hollering, waving, so I thought I would give them a second pass. They really enjoyed seeing me buzz over them. There's a little fire here. In this case, there is smoke and fire in the grass over to the side, and looks like it's caught everybody's attention because we were basically buzzing around, watching to see if anybody's going to do anything about it, and no one did. So I was trying to get my phone out to call the fire department when I noticed they were headed out. And in one of these scenes, they're down there driving opposite to my direction. And they basically went out there and did their thing. So we circled around a few more times, just checking out the grass fire that was out there and making sure that we were not in any way impeding air traffic for any helicopters that might be out in the area, but there were none. And of course, while doing so, we're following all the the quad gangs, the off-road gangs that were just going all around. It was really cool seeing all these folks out here, even though they're the same ones in most cases. I'm not going to say all cases that leave a ton of trash and just tear the fields up. But it still was cool seeing them out here. The fire department got on scene, as well as I believe four cop cars. I'm sure they did their little investigation as to how the fire started and all of that. But basically, just cruising around and watching them do their thing. I thought I had footage of Brian flying through the smoke down there, but I couldn't find it. So it's hard to spot on the chase cam. But yeah, they did their thing, and basically, just cruising around, enjoying it. Somewhat wondering if my GoPro was working. Of course, I found out later on it did not even record a single thing. But I headed back over, getting ready to land. I was thinking it was a little later on than it was because the sun kind of disappeared. But turns out it was just behind some clouds, and I didn't realize until after I landed that it was actually, we still had time before sunset. I didn't have a strobe, so I didn't want to go past sunset, but we still had time. And about right here, I get a little reminder, I'm looking at the LZ, just checking wind direction and stuff like that on the flag, and I get a little reminder. I always keep a heads up, and my buddy Don up there, he also got that reminder because he was the other component to this little reminder. And at any moment here, yep, here it comes. And he said after the fact that he was checking out a neighbor's house, looking for some friends that were outside waving or something. But yeah, we both did the right thing, went opposite directions, and it's no big deal. I love this approach over Don's Pond. Looks like this is the second one. The first one caught a nice reflection, but nope, this is the first one. It was a great day flying, and I was going to land, but felt like I was going a little bit fast. Couldn't figure it out, so I came back around and did another approach. Made sure I was trimmed in and everything. Still felt like I was flying a bit fast. Just checking out the scenery and everything and trying to make sure I'm ready to land. And landing speed was pretty hot, and the reason being was there was absolutely no wind. It was a awesome day. I kept running forward trying to prevent that from happening, but looks like it did to some degree anyways. Minor ding on the chase cam, but it was okay. So basically in the end here, I'm really glad I got off my butt, went out, got this flight in. Turned out to be an awesome day.
Did you call the fire department? Yeah. Okay. I was trying to, but then I saw him coming out.
So until next time, guys, take care, keep your feet in the air, blue skies. All right, peace.